You've probably noticed the main tension with air fryers. You want crisp fries, brown chicken, and quick weeknight reheats, but you may not love cooking everything inside a dark plastic drawer. That's where glass air fryers feel different, especially when you're comparing the best glass air fryer contenders for your kitchen. In this roundup, we're looking at how each model handles the real stuff: capacity, heat range, controls, cleanup, storage, and how easy it feels to use on a normal Tuesday night. Some are compact and simple, some lean into big family cooking, and one works more like a full cooking system for prep, storage, and reheating. And if you want to compare for yourself, I've put links to the current prices I'm seeing right now for each glass air fryer in the description box below. Starting with one of the air fryer with glass bowl picks, the AIRMSEN 6.3 quart glass air fryer fits the viewer who wants a clear cooking chamber with straightforward controls. You're working with a borosilicate glass bowl and an 18/8 stainless steel tray, so your food contact surfaces stay centered around glass and stainless steel instead of a coated drawer. That matters when you're tossing in chicken thighs, fries, or leftover pizza because the cooking space feels easier to understand and easier to trust. The 6.3 quart capacity gives you enough room for family-style portions without turning the counter into a full appliance station. The control setup keeps things simple without feeling too basic. You get 4 presets for fries, steak, chicken, and bake, along with custom time and temperature control, so you can tap into a shortcut when dinner is routine or adjust things yourself when you're reheating leftovers. The temperature range runs from 105 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which gives you lower heat for gentler warming and higher heat for crisping. In practice, that range helps when you want to bring back the edges on yesterday's potatoes without drying them out like a full-size oven sometimes does. What stands out in day-to-day use is the clear 360-degree view. You can watch vegetables brown, check whether chicken skin is getting deeper color, or see fries move from pale to golden without lifting the lid and losing heat. The 1,600 watt turbo heating system gives the machine enough power for quick air frying routines, so weeknight cooking feels direct and focused. A flip reminder is built into the feature set, which helps you remember the hands-on moment that often makes fries, wings, and steak pieces cook more evenly. Cleanup also fits the whole glass air fryer idea. The glass bowl and stainless steel tray are dishwasher safe, so after dinner, you're not scrubbing around a deep black basket with corners full of crumbs. Auto pause stops cooking when you lift the lid and resumes once it closes, while overheat protection, auto shutoff, stay cool handle, and a heat insulated base support a calmer cooking routine. For someone who wants glass visibility, family-friendly capacity, and simple preset cooking, this AIRMSEN feels like the easy, everyday pick. Moving next to one of the top-rated glass air fryer choices, the Astralship glass air fryer feels built for smaller kitchens where you still want more than a basic air fryer. It has a 5.5 quart total capacity, split between a 4.2 quart glass bowl for air frying and a 1.3 quart grill pan for grill-style cooking. That means you can crisp fries or wings in the glass bowl. Then switch to the grill setup for steak, shrimp, or a quick side dish. For singles, couples, dorms, RVs, and compact apartments, that split design gives you more cooking style without needing 2 separate appliances. The glass bowl is high borosilicate glass, and the product is made without Teflon, PFOA, BPA, and harmful coatings, so the cooking chamber leans into the clean glass appeal that people look for in this category. Because the bowl is see-through all the way around, you can track browning without pulling out a basket. That matters with foods like chicken wings, seafood, or fries, where a quick visual check tells you whether you're close or need a few more minutes. The result is a more hands-on, watchable cooking experience. The heating system uses 3D carbon fiber infrared heat with 360-degree hot air circulation, so heat moves around the food instead of only blasting from one direction. That setup is designed for faster heating and crisping, which helps when you want a quick snack or a small dinner without firing up a full oven. The product's no preheat design keeps the routine fast. Add the food, choose the mode, and get moving. When your kitchen is small and your schedule is tight, that kind of direct workflow matters. Controls stay modern and simple with a digital touchscreen and 7 presets for foods like fries, chicken, steak, and seafood. The glass bowl and accessories are dishwasher safe, so cleanup stays closer to rinsing and loading than soaking and scrubbing. The product information also notes that the fan runs for 1 minute to cool after pressing the power button during air frying, which gives the shutdown process a more deliberate feel. If you want a compact glass air fryer with a flip to grill twist, the Astralship brings a clever little routine to the counter. Next up in this glass air fryer's comparison lineup is the Granitestone Big Boss 16-quart glass air fryer. And this is the one that makes the most sense when capacity is the priority. The 16-quart glass bowl gives you room for bigger batches, so you're not cooking fries, wings, or roasted vegetables in tiny rounds. 3 cooking levels let you work with more than 1 layer at a time, which helps when you're feeding a family or building a full tray-style meal. Instead of thinking snack appliance, this feels more like a glass countertop cooker. The cooking style uses 360-degree convection heat, so hot air moves around the bowl while food sits on the cooking levels. That setup helps with the classic air fryer goal: crisp texture with little to no oil. You also get a temperature range from 180 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, so you can move from gentler cooking to higher heat crisping depending on what's inside. For fries, chicken pieces, or vegetables, that range gives you practical control instead of one fixed heat setting. This model also leans into versatility. It handles air frying, baking, roasting, grilling, and toasting, so you can use it for more than one kind of meal. That matters if you want one glass appliance for weeknight chicken, weekend roasted vegetables, and quick toast-style snacks. The included cookbook with 50 recipes gives you a starting point when you want ideas beyond the usual fries and nuggets. Cleanup is built around an auto-clean function and dishwasher-safe removable parts, which helps after greasy foods like wings or sausages. The glass build and no non-stick coating note fit the buyer who wants to avoid coated cooking surfaces where possible. Time and temperature controls keep the cooking process familiar, so you adjust the basics rather than learning a complicated menu. For big portions, layered cooking, and a more classic halogen oven feel, the Granitestone Big Boss gives you the most spacious glass setup in this lineup. Now moving to one of the glass air fryer review's frontrunners, the NutriChef Halogen Oven Countertop Air Fryer has a more traditional glass bowl convection style. You get a 13-quart capacity, which puts it in a comfortable middle zone for chicken, steak, fish, ribs, shrimp, and similar meals. The footprint is listed at 7 inches deep, 13 inches wide, and 15 inches high. So the shape is tall and bowl-like rather than wide like a toaster oven. That matters if your counter has vertical space and you want a round glass cooker that keeps the cooking chamber visible. The cooking system is a 1,200 watt infrared convection cooker, so it combines halogen-style heat with moving hot air. That gives you a practical setup for browning and crisping the outside of food while keeping the inside from feeling like it went through a deep fryer. It's designed for little to no added oil, which fits the reason many people choose air frying in the first place. When you're cooking fries, chips, or chicken pieces, the point is to get that browned exterior without filling a pot with oil. The NutriChef gives you manual time and temperature control, so the cooking routine stays familiar. Add food, set the time, set the temperature, and let the heat do its work. It supports defrosting, broiling, roasting, baking, steaming, grilling, and barbecue-style cooking, which makes it more flexible than a fries-only machine. That variety helps if you want one glass cooker for frozen items, fish, ribs, and vegetables. In everyday use, it feels like a simple countertop oven with an air fryer personality. You also get a mesh cooking tray, an oven extender ring, and oven rack, so the included pieces help you adapt the space to different foods. The extender ring is especially useful when you want a little more room above the food instead of crowding the bowl. The glass bowl format lets you watch browning through the side, which is helpful when you're checking fish, shrimp, or chips without interrupting the cook. If you like old-school halogen oven simplicity with a clear cooking chamber, the NutriChef keeps things direct and practical. If you've been comparing glass bowl air fryers, share what matters most to you in the comments. It helps other people reading through decide whether capacity, simple controls, or easier cleanup should come first. Finally, if you're narrowing down the great glass air fryer shortlist, the Ninja Crispi Pro 6-in-1 glass air fryer feels like the most complete cooking and storage system here. You get a 6-quart glass container and a 2.5-quart glass container, along with storage lids, crisper plates, and a removable modular base. That setup changes the routine because the glassware is not just for cooking. It also supports meal prep, leftovers, and storage. So, when you air fry chicken, pack extra roasted vegetables, or save lunch for tomorrow, the system keeps the food in the same family of containers. The cooking power is a major part of the appeal. The product page lists a 1,500 watt output and a max temperature of 450 degrees Fahrenheit, so you have strong heat for crisping and browning. The cooking system is sized to handle up to a 7.5-pound chicken, which helps if you want one appliance that can move beyond snacks into real dinner territory. For a household that cooks mains, sides, and leftovers through the week, that power and capacity mix feels more serious than a compact basket fryer. The function list gives you max crisp, air fry, bake proof, roast, recrisp, and dehydrate. That means you can crisp frozen fries, roast vegetables, warm yesterday's chicken, proof dough, or dehydrate snacks without switching appliances. The modular base adjusts to fit 2.5-quart, 4-quart, and 6-quart clean crisp glassware, so you can scale the setup to a small lunch or a family meal. In practice, that keeps you from heating a big container for a small serving or squeezing dinner into a bowl that is too tight. The ownership details are where the Ninja feels especially polished. Clean Crisp glassware is designed for non-toxic cooking and storing, and it is thermal shock resistant, so it supports moving from frozen storage into crisping routines. The snap lock lids are leak-proof, which makes packed leftovers and meal prep feel more secure in the fridge or on the go. Fixed heat-safe feet let you set the glassware on granite, laminate, quartz, butcher block, and marble, while dishwasher-safe glassware keeps cleanup simple after the food is gone. For someone who wants a glass air fryer that also handles prep, storage, reheating, and larger meals, the Ninja Crispi Pro feels like the most system-minded choice. So here's the simple way to choose from the home glass air fryer category. If you want a quiet, family-friendly glass air fryer with straightforward presets, the AIRMSEN makes everyday cooking feel easy. If your kitchen is small and you like the idea of switching between air frying and grilling, the Astralship fits that compact routine. If you cook larger batches, the Granitestone Big Boss gives you the roomiest glass bowl, while the NutriChef suits you if you like a simple halogen oven style with manual control. And if you want the most complete meal prep and storage system, the Ninja Crispi Pro is the one to watch. If you want to check these glass air fryers out for yourself, I've put links in the description box to the current prices I'm seeing right now for each one.